All right, well, another leak has surfaced through the Intercept that's giving us an inside look at the government's terror watch list. We're just learning that nearly 40% of those on the government's terrorist watch list have no affiliation whatsoever with recognized terrorism groups. Earlier, I spoke with RT producer Tyrel Ventura to break down the very latest, and I first asked him about some of the key revelations from this damning report.
It's pretty amazing what Scahill and the Intercept has been able to kind of put forth. But you're talking about, the government has been adding names to this kind of watch database at a rate of almost 900 records a day, either on existing subjects or new names into the database. 1,600 or 16,000 people, including 1,200 Americans, have been classified as selectees. These are people who are targeted for screenings at airports and border crossings and things of that nature. In fact, the Obama administration has presided over an unprecedented amount of expansion on the kind of no-fly list and border crossings. It's an all-time high of 47,000 people now that has been uncovered in this. This information that they provided us has also uncovered that the top 5 U.S. cities with the most known or suspected terrorists in it are New York, Houston, San Diego, Chicago, and Dearborn, Michigan, which is kind of an odd add to that list. Major cities and then Dearborn, nothing against Dearborn.
Well, it's not that odd considering that the largest concentration of Arab Americans actually lives in Dearborn, Michigan, not far from where I'm from.
Exactly,
and so,
almost 40% of its population is from Dearborn, which kind of begs the question, is this just profiling? Are these names that they're kind of throwing on this list clearly just for profiling? When you talk about numbers earlier, 680, out of the 680,000 of people on this, to have 40% of that be people with no known affiliation to terrorist groups, that's a huge number to come out. That's huge.
And this is after we heard about the guidelines to which how they determine who should be on this list. Of course, they're very loose guidelines with people putting random people on this list with mere suspicions.
Yes.
But the report also gets into the biometric collection of these individuals. What do we learn from this report?
It's really interesting just at how much of the kind of wide-ranging biometrics they're now putting on people in this report. So if we go with the idea that they're kind of very loose in how you get onto this database, and now suddenly you're also having your facial images, fingerprints, and iris scans and things of that nature being put on there. More than 500,000 facial images and nearly 250,000 fingerprints and 70,000 iris scans are contained in the database. As long as handwriting samples, signatures, scars, marks, tattoos, DNA strands. They're doing everything they can to kind of keep adding to this list.
Everything is valuable, apparently.
Yes, yes.
And just lastly, to be clear, this latest revelation does not have anything to do with a leak from former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. This is completely separate.
No, this is a completely new leaker that we don't know quite who that is, except we just kind of are following, the Interceptor and Jeremy Scahill's reporting on this, and clearly they're doing a good job.
So perhaps that will come to light. We'll have to see
who
is behind this latest leak. Okay, RT producer Tyrel Ventura, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.